Friday trade. We want to look at the rest of the pound, and I want to match it, as always we want to match it with the weak currency. And as I was telling you, that one of the weakest currencies that are in a bear market right now for us is the Swiss franc. So therefore we should match it with the pound Swiss. And if we look at the chart for the pound Swiss, that chart speaks for itself. Once you're trading foreign exchange, the most important element is to identify the strong currency and identify the weak currency, and then go through the process of matching the strong versus the weak. And that would ensure that even though the British pound, as you can see, is considered in a bear market, or it has been in a sideways market for the last 3 years, you can see that it has again pretty much making very decent moves against the Swiss franc, and we should be continuing our long positions in the pound Swiss. As you can see here, we closed at 152.74. The high of the day was 102.85. It is the range of that day was 151.65, the high 150. We had about 120 pips range in that, which is still considered a big range day, and therefore we want to make sure, and the trend is up. I mean, so everything, you want to take the first trade to the first breakout to the upside, you want to be buying the first breakout. You're not filtering anything on the upside. You're filtering on the downside. You're filtering on the short side. Okay? But since the distance between the high and where it closed is about 10 pips, so that makes our buying very easy. Now we want to see where the next structure point is to the upside. Forget all these lines. This is my old platform has years and years of lines and data on it, but I'm trying to find the one that's most closest to the current price action right now. And that is the 156.09. And you always highlight your structure points with something, so that if you're going to look back in time and try to find out why did you choose this point, you know why did you do that. So my structure point is the 156.90. So I'm going to be buyers of this, of the pound Swiss above 152.85, which is the high of the day. My structure long point, I'm going to get it in a minute. And if I'm buying it right there, my stop has to be below the market side, which is the 152.55. That's going to be my stop. And my structural long point, let me get it again, 156.90. Okay. Now on the short side, we always have to plan our shorts. I mean, you always have to have a long entry and a short entry. Now, as I said, as you can look at this chart, the trend is up since it has broken through the structure. There is nothing over here that gives us a trend change or anything that would indicate that so our first selling point should be below the 152.37. I can use also the market side as a stop, because again I'm taking a counter trend move. When I go short, I'm going into the opposite direction of the trend, and if I'm going into the opposite direction of the trend, my stop has to be tight. I should not give it a wide stop. So I'm going to go short below 152.37. My stop is going to be 152.57. So I'm risking about 25 pips on that trade. And my structural short point is going to be the one that we have right now, which is the big structural point, which is the 151.06. So I think we have for the next couple of weeks an upward bias for the pound, and we should be maintaining that because there is a lot of capital inflow coming into the UK. So we are going to buy the pound Swiss above 152.85. If I do, my stop is going to be below 152.55, and my structural long point is going to be the 156.90, which is another 400 pips, so another 4 figures above that, which is pretty good. And on the short side, I'm going to go short below 152.37, and if I do, my stop is above 152.57, and my structural short point is the 51.06. Okay, that is the pound Swiss. Let me save that.